Monster RX93.1. Time for the top 10 for today, and we are live on Facebook.
Live on Facebook.com slash RX931
Yes?
slash, because I'm getting it confused with TMR on RX93.
Yes.
Ang dami na kasi.
We are live.
We are live, and of course, we want to say a big thank you to a good friend of ours
Yes.
who helped us complete the barkada because
I know.
Hazel was camera shy today.
Mm-mm-mm.
So we had to get a proper photo done. So if you want to check Oscar De La Hopia's editing powers, you
Okay.
can check out TMR on RX931 for the photo. Give us your
Okay.
comments and concerns about how Hazel's looking today.
Okay.
Yes. And with that, let's say hi to a few people who are currently locked in. Hi to Elaine, Timothy, Gabrielle, hi to Mai Gonzalez, Emerson, and Oscar De La Hopia. Thank you again for that. It's hilarious. Saying hello to a few people on Twitter because we haven't said hi there in a bit. Saying hi to Anne Ragasa. Please greet my mom, Arlene Ragasa, and my dad, Cecilia Ragasa. Grabe ang sked ko sa work this past few days, but you guys are keeping me so alive, fighting para sa pera. Hi to Maximo. Good AM, bagong-bago po mga jokes nyo tungkol sa vampira. Kahanga-hang.
I know.
Hi to Justin Sayana, have a terrific Thursday. And Toti Marie. Hoy, ang pogi ng Christopher Tuazon. Pa yung Sima.
Ay, nako.
Good morning mga kaloka, sabi ni Toti Marie as well. Kiko Man Machine is listening as he prepares for a meeting. Thanks for calming my nerves. And ODH also says we'll watch this one talking about our concert, Ang Larawan, the Contra Mundum show. It will be streamed on Facebook from May 20, 2023. So if you didn't get to watch it, we only had 2 shows. If you didn't get to watch it, you can watch it on not Ang Larawan, sorry. On the Metropolitan Theater's Facebook page. Saying hi to Tony, ang dami palang co-hosts ng The Morning Rush today. May Elmo, Gingerbread Man, Mickey, Minnie Mouse, at may Jackie Chanak, star-studded.
Yes, of course.
Also greeting your Cappuccino, ang shady ng impersonation ni Hazel, ha? Juice Blank and Archer are all locked in. Hi to Bernice Gatchalian, who greets her office mates Carrie, Kat, John, and Jingle Heimer-Schmidt. No. Hi to Julia Nicole Silva Capili. Sabi ni John Sinai, gusto ko ata makita edits ni ODH.
Ay,
Parang
nako.
kaka-curious. Yeah, you have to check the edit. It's really, really funny. It's on TMR on RX931. Edit of our photo today. And let's say hi, sorry, to a few people on Telegram and on Viber. Greeting, hi to Hubris, still locked in. Hi to Bernice Gatchalian, Bogs Tutanes. Avi CJ is locked in. Good morning, everyone. Hi to Edward Villona, who says hi to our colleague Michael Du, also a silent rusher. And lastly, Phonam, or Gabby's mom, says, I love the FB photo today. Hazel's pout is pouting today. I love it. Yes, and Chico, do you have anyone to greet while I set up our top 10?
Okay. So, hello to everyone in the comment section. Also, John Sinai says, daming platform. Ay, hi na rin tayo sa nasa Multiply at Pinoy Exchange. I know the late Multiply and Pinoy Exchange.
Is that still a thing?
No, di ba they announced na nga that they were closing down. So, I don't know if they
Yung
closed
Pex?
down na or if about to close down or maybe they have closed down already. Pero yes, yeah, they did announce it. Parang end of an era. Parang there was a time that it was the place to go
That
to.
was the only
Parang
place
siyang
to go
Reddit,
to.
di ba, of its
Yeah.
time. Also, hello as well to Erwin de Guzman. Good morning. Julie Nicole.
Good
Mai.
morning.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
there you go. I think that's it. And let us get to the top 10.
Let's thank Patrick Starlord for the topic. The worst I've dated. Let's start off with Coco Hernandez. The one who asked me, magkano sweldo mo on the first date. Oh, that's not cool.
That's not cool.
That is not cool.
I don't think you.
At saka first date talaga. Siguro iniisip na niya, is this worth my time? I need to know how much you're earning. Kasi kung hindi malaki yung sweldo mo, okay, thanks, bye. Next.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. Like,
That-
why is it even essential to the conversation? If we're just, it's like more like, di ba parang lalo na pag first few dates nyo, parang meet and greet pa lang yan. Get to know each other better. What does my salary have anything to do?
That screams leech,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's automatic toxic trait. Get out.
And from Rhyme and Reason, yung date ko, ayaw daw niya sa TMR. Kasi daw, aga-aga 7 a.m. ang dadaldal ng DJs. Excuse me, 5:59 ang start ng show. Do not spew lies about them.
559 people, and we're complete every single day.
Oh, yes.
Chico, Markki, and Hazel. Kuno.
And from Xavier Loki, I had a coffee date with this office mate crush ko. So, syempre, ang saya ko naman, di ba? Doon kami sa office, doon kami sa coffee shop near our office. Eh, yung mga buisit kong teammates, sumunod, tas pinipicturan kami. Tawa sila ng tawa. So, the date itself was cool, but nasira yung vibe.
Oh no.
Alam mo yung, I think for me, yung tukso-tukso is okay up to a certain level. There is such a thing as you take it too far. You know what I mean? Like, yung mga regular tukso-tukso, okay, that's fine. But it gets to the point where it actually becomes harmful.
Yeah.
To the point na imbis na tulungan mo yung friend mo with the crush, you kind of like scare away the crush because naiisip na niya na, ano, pag nilapitan ko to, magagano na naman yung friends niya. You know what I mean? And you can actually sabotage what could be like a connection, a genuine connection. So, ano lang, like ilugar nyo rin lang yung teasing because there's a teasing that is not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it becomes
becomes
annoying
rude
already.
and annoying. Yeah.
And from Memski, kahit tinatagalog ko siya, English siya ng English. Hindi niya alam, kinokorek
Wait,
ko na yung
number
grammar.
7.
Sorry, yeah. Kahit tinatagalog ko siya, English ng English, hindi naman niya alam, kinokorek ko na yung grammar niya in my head. And you know what? Especially on dates, use the language you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
You know, if you're comfortable in English, use English. If you're comfortable in Tagalog, use Tagalog. Kasi what is important is that you connect.
Yeah.
And how can you connect when you're not really comfortable with the language you're using, right? So, and there's nothing wrong. So what if you don't speak English well? That's not the point.
My problem is I always change the language if needed, and sometimes I'm not as proficient at that language. So, for
Well-
example, I go on a date with someone and they speak Tagalog better. I respond in Tagalog, and sometimes I can't, express myself as well as I do in English.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I guess one person has to adjust.
That's true too. But kasi
Unless,
I'm
for
thinking-
example,
kasi I'm thinking how possible is it na siya magtatagalog
Tapos
kasi
ikaw
sumasagot ka ng
mag-English.
English because that's what you're comfortable with. Kung nagkakaintindihan naman kayo. Kasi like most people understand better than they speak.
yeah.
You know, just because you don't speak English well doesn't mean you don't understand it perfectly well. Same thing with Tagalog. Just because you don't speak it super fluently doesn't mean you don't understand. You can answer, but just in another language. And I think it's possible.
Yeah.
Tagalog yung magsasalita, tapos English yung isasagot
But
mo.
what's interesting is
I
like,
think it
for
can work.
example, because I also want to practice, right? So I do speak in Tagalog. But then, like, for example, after that happens, when I look at that person that I started to speak in a certain language too, I will speak that language.
Oh, yeah.
And it would be weird for me to speak English, for example, if I'm
Right.
speaking to them in Tagalog or in German or whatever. Then it'd be hard for me to speak in English with them because it's not natural. For
Yeah.
me. Kasi I look at them and I see them how I normally speak to them, right?
Siguro lang pag parang hirap na hirap ka. You know what I mean? Like maybe you can practice with your friends. I mean, this is a date. I mean, if let's say hirap na hirap ka na with the language that you're using, kung naiintindihan naman nila yung other language mo, the one you're comfortable with, switch to that.
Yeah.
Para lang at least makapag-usap man lang kayo. Kasi parang ang mangyayari niyan, it's going to be all about the language. None of the bonding, none of the getting to know. Diba? Naging yun
Yeah.
yung focus tuloy nung meet up nyo instead of getting to know each other better. Right?
Yeah.
So, just, yeah. And from Queen of Deadma, the worst I've dated, yung nalaman kong gutom na siya, kasi ang baho na ng hininga niya eh. Kaya nag-fast food na lang kami.
Di ba lumalabas yan?
There's a
pag-
hunger, there is a hunger
Bad breath.
breath. Oo. Na parang, when sobrang wala nang laman yung tiyan mo, your stomach will start excreting a lot of acid. And with no food to digest, yun yung parang nagkikreate ng gases that you tend to emanate.
That's true.
Yeah. So, meron talaga yan. Meron talagang amoy yung hunger. And from Al Macchiato, yung era ng MIRC chatting, tapos may makikipag-EB, iba yung dynamic talaga pag sa chat and in-person conversation na. Madaldal sa chat, awkward pag in-person na. I think it has a lot to do with your comfort in yourself.
Yeah.
Kasi ako feeling ko, nagiging awkward siya when you're like, what if nadi-disappoint siya ngayon nakita na niya ako in person? So you're not yourself, you're not your usual chatty self. So hindi mo binibring out yung the person that
Because you have insecurities.
they enjoy talking to.
Yeah.
Nagiging ano ka tuloy, parang like, ano ba? Does she find me attractive? Does she think I'm interesting? Wala na, magiging weird na yung conversation.
Yeah, because then you're like editing yourself
Yeah.
as well.
Mm-mm. And from the Super Malice guy, feeling ko hindi ko siya kadate kasi very competitive, comparative siya sa lahat ng discussions namin. Yeah, it's not very attractive when your date is competing with you with every aspect na parang
Yeah.
yeah, ano nga last I was in Japan, you know. Really me kasi I was in Europe eh. Yung parang like this is not a competition.
You know, that's why it's better to
you know it's
to date someone, for example, not in your field
mm,
or not doing the same things
Not
as
the same
you do. Like, for example, you traveling all the time and they are, basically home base.
yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to date someone very different from you. And there are people who like to date people very similar to themselves. But like, I mean, I guess to each their own. But normally, it's better not to date within the same industry.
The same industry. They say mahirap nga daw yun.
Yeah.
Kasi one will be more successful than the other one and it's the same industry.
Yeah.
So merong point of comparison. For example, you're a very successful doctor and your husband, your wife is a very successful lawyer. There's no comparison as to who is more successful kasi iba kayo ng fields eh. Pero kung pareho kayong doctor, pareho kayong lawyer, not saying that won't work, but there's just a point of comparison. And if one
Yeah.
has a bit of an insecurity with that, it might be a problem.
It
Pero
might
kung
be a
cool naman
problem.
yung isa,
Yeah.
na parang, yeah, sure, you can be the more successful doctor, lawyer, not a problem. Ano lang, it just creates just a little bit of pressure on
It
the
does.
relationship.
It does.
From Mike Ferrer, the worst I've dated? Well, the one who made you experience. Paano masampal at mabuhusan ng tubig in public ng jowa niya.
Ay.
Yung hindi mo alam that they're spoken for, and then the jowa investigated and then caught you like out for dinner or lunch together and then created a scene. Oh, that would be the worst. That would be the absolute
That's the worst. How do you deal with that?
right? Hindi kasi for me, if you got into it knowing that you're the side piece, parang, deserve. I mean, you did get yourself into that situation.
But what if you
right?
did not know?
Pero if you did not know, that's not fair. Like for me, I'd be like, this is an issue with your jowa. I didn't know that this person was taken. You know, so I don't think I deserve to be like physically assaulted like this. And I would make them know. I would make them know that I had no idea that this person was spoken
Yes,
for.
I did not know. Basically that.
Yeah.
It's not.
This is my issue with your jowa, and this is your issue with your jowa.
Yeah, this is not our issue.
This is not our issue, so don't go
Because
after
I did
me.
not know that you existed.
So you should be, confronting him, not me. And I should be confronting him.
But what if you say that and you knew full well?
Ay ba yun? Kasi if you knew,
But what if you? But
gulo
what if?
yan. Gulo yan, di ba? If you're like, kung ako naman yung jowa, I'd be like, oy, tumigil ka dyan ha. Alam mo, sinabi ko sa'yo. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, not that you should, but yeah. If you both knowingly got into that gulo, you have to face the consequences. Ano yan, di ba? Yung like that classic meme, yung may chart. Yung F around and find out. Fafo.
Fafo?
Oo, fafo.
Fool around
F around
and find out.
Yeah.
Well, for now, fool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And from Genshin Impacto, sabi nung na-meet ko online, sunduin ko daw siya and sent me yung pin ng location niya. Eh di sinundan ko yung pin, dinala ako sa puntod niya. Yeah.
Wait, what's that again?
The gravestone.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's the pin.
Oh, scary. Hey.
Right? And Rar comes from 7070.
7070 says.
Best foot forward siya. Unfortunately, yung foot may alipunga. Yeah, that could be a problem. Okay.
You know what? Okay, so what we're gonna do now is gonna be a little bit different because we are going to be staying on Facebook Live.
Yes.
While we wait for our good friend Tom, DJ Tom.
Yes.
He is at Ford at the moment,
That's
and
right.
we will be waiting for his call.
Okay.
But while we do that, why don't we say hi to a few people
All
who are
right.
locked in?
Let's do it. Okay, so let's say hello to the people over at the comment section. Let's see. Hello to James Alves, all the way from the Windy City, Chicago. 8 degrees here now. Para talagang nasa freezer. And also, let's see.
Saying hi to Ken Pereda. If y'all go, he has a question for us. This is from Facebook, TMR on RX931. If y'all go back in time 20 years ago, what message would you say to your younger self? Silent Rusher here. Thank you for the everyday laugh and companionship. Y'all are a blessing to many. Okay, so 20 years ago, what message would you say to your younger self?
To not get into statue collecting. Probably that. Or maybe like just warn the dangers of overdoing it. Yeah.
20 years ago, no?
Mm-mm.
What are you doing, Markki? You shouldn't be dating that girl.
Mm-mm. Oh. Imagine mo, that's 2003.
Yeah.
2003.
High school. Yeah.
Wow. Right? Oh my gosh. 2003.
All sorts of different things happened in 2003.
Yeah.
You were
yeah.
36. No.
I'll get back to you. Let me just compute with my calculator. And then I'll tell you. Okay?
Okay, let's check our Telegram and Viber. Here you go. Your Cappuccino says, Chico, what if habang you're doubling as Hazel today, Hazel is also doubling as you next to Baby Whale?
Ko. Dapat lagyan ko ng like ano yan yung tracker. Yung sa like yung Find My iPhone, yung ganun.
Find my iPhone. Saying hello to Bernice Gatchalian, who greets her office mates, Carrie, Kat, John, and Jingle. Edric says, Marky, I remember I saw you. Uh, okay. Edric says hello, Mrs. Hazel, and hi to Jan Osbert Lunasco, who says, uh, same, I adjust to how I talk to people. I gauge muna how they talk, then I change to either English or Filipino. There are people who talk in English, but they don't make sense. So as not to offend them, I just speak straight Filipino.
Yeah. Parang it's your sign
Ganun
kasi to
talaga eh.
them na parang, look, baka iniisip mo kasi Inglesero ko, so I will converse with you in Filipino para rin it's your cue to be comfortable, that there's no judgment. You can speak in whatever language you choose, and hopefully they get the cue when you give it
Yeah.
to them.
Greeting Gino Datayan. Good morning. On my way home from dropping off my mom and GF to work. Okay, here we go. Give me a second.
All right. So I'll do some greets. Maybe you should talk to them first before you put them on air, just so that they know that you're about to go on air.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so here we go. Also saying to John Sinai, yung amoy na hindi kumain since last week, kakadiet. Yeah, sometimes that's because there is a hunger um, breath. So, okay. Okay. Yes. Answer the phone. And all right, so here we go. Also, good morning to Mai and also to Nico Valenzuela. Thank you very much. Cecil Umali, Roldan Sabale. Hello to you. Charston, good morning. Hi, Charston. Thank you for tuning in. And also Takuya Yamashiro. Hey, Chico, greet the future me. I will be listening to this podcast. Thank you. Timothy Gabriel says, I'm so excited to watch Fast 10 this weekend. Oh, cool. Cool. That's good. Kikai Kikai, good morning. Ray Aldrin, good morning to you as well. And John Sinai, Juice Blank, and Butter Baby. Zaira Louise, have you watched Chicken Shop Date? Yes, I have actually seen a couple. I was intrigued because I saw the red carpet interviews, and I was like, "Who's this girl? Why is she like given this amazing opportunity?" And then turns out, she was pretty viral pala. So yeah, I checked a couple of episodes. So
Okay.
pretty good.
Here we go.
All right.
Chico, let's say hi to Tom. Tom, are you there?
I'm here, man.
Hey,
Hello,
how you
Tom.
doing?
Good morning.
What's up? Good morning, everybody. Good morning to
Oh.
the team, gang. Where's Hazel? I thought I heard a Hazel earlier.
I know.
Where's Hazel?
Oh.
Chico.
Hello,
Hazel, what's up?
DJ Tom. Nice to see you again.
Super Mark, of course. Yes, and Hazel. Yeah, there you go. All right.
It's a dog
I'm
show.
right here.
So where are you? Where are you right now?
I am in the Gig City at Arca South. This place is very nice, and we are glad that we're invited over here. Yeah, because I'm letting you guys know that we are about to experience and see and test drive the brand new, the next gen Ford Ranger Raptor before everybody else gets to see it. Yes.
I want one
Tomorrow
of
is
those.
going to be, yeah, you gotta have one of these, And tomorrow is going to be the launch of as well of year 6 of the Ford Island Conquest event, where you could actually test drives or do test drives of the next gen Ford products, like the territory that we launched recently. We were also there at the Manila International Auto Show, to let all the bosses know that they had already purchased these brand new products, the next gen Ford products, pickup trucks,
Nice.
SUVs, and the right over here, the Ford Ranger Raptor, the next gen Ford Ranger Raptor. You can actually make your online reservations right now, Markki, if you really need to get your hands on these. Okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because you got it. So you can be part of the long list of people waiting and craving to have this one. And as one of the first few owners, actually, we got introduced to some of the first few who already got their hands on it. The first 20 owners of this super new next gen Ranger Raptor. And it's right here at Arkansas. Tomorrow you could be here until Sunday. So you could test drive it. Test drives will begin as early as 9 in the morning tomorrow. All right? So make sure you schedule your for the weekend with a visit to the Ford Island Conquest event right here at Arca South, Taguig City. All you got to do is Google it up, Arca South, or waze it up as well, so you could be here and you'd experience driving these Ford products, including the all-new next-gen Ranger Raptor.
Okay.
That's
Enjoy a lot
right.
of a lot of its awesome features. The auxiliary senses with these products. Check this out as well. It comes with a 5-year warranty, so it's going to be super cool to have this one, to own this one. And you're doing it right. You're doing it right, Markki. Go ahead. Check out the official website of PH, so you can actually have your online reservation.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go check that out, and of course go if you want to go test drive it, go to Taguig City. What's the exact address
Arca
again?
South, the
Arca
Arca
South.
South Interactive Park, Taguig City. Google it up. Just Google up Arca South, and you're going to see the Ford flags all over the area, and it's going to lead you to where you have to be at, so you could actually test drive these next-gen Ford products, the next-gen Ranger, the next-gen Everest, the next-gen Territory, here at the Ford Island Conquest event tomorrow until the 21st of May. Also, of course, includes the next-gen Ranger Raptor. Exhilarate your senses with the next-gen Ranger Raptor, now with a 5-year warranty. Don't forget that one. Ford Island Conquest event starting tomorrow. And here we are having the media launch and the opportunity for you monsters to get a glimpse of it. Make sure you check out at RX931 so you can see what I'm seeing right over here right now, okay?
So the question is, will you get to test drive, Tom?
Yes, I will. That's going to be so... hopefully I could test out the orange one. I like the orange one. They got the orange variant going on over here. And
Oh,
the
nice.
next Ranger Raptor. Exhilarate your senses. And I'll be back later for more updates, all right?
Yeah, send
Alright.
us a video so we can see how it drives.
And tell us how the test drive went.
Yeah, because my mom has one of the older versions, so I've been
nice.
driving around with that. So.
Cool.
It's about time she get an upgrade or an
Yeah.
update, all right?
Or
So you
myself,
gotta
who
inform her.
knows? Let's see.
Yeah, you too.
Or bili mo mom mo.
Oh, anniversary na nila.
Oo.
Oh, diba?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can go to Ford.com.ph and make that online reservation now, all right?
All right. Thank you very much, DJ Tom, and we'll
Thank
see
you,
you in a little
Tom.
bit. Bye.
Bye, later again.
There you go.
All right.
So instead of
Sounds
having
interesting.
music in a commercial break, we stayed on Facebook Live and listened to DJ Tom and his Ford Conquest.
You know, it's so crazy. Like when you're with Tom, it's like having like a trivia master with you when it comes to cars. During the stick on that we had, like literally every car that drives in, because he was DJing, right? He was
Yeah.
playing music, but he also had a mic. He would announce like what that car is, kung anong gen, kung anong taon lumabas,
Ang
kung ano
galing,
yung
no?
model, kung ano yung like, sabi ko, I guess this is like, if kumbaga si Tom is like that for cars, siguro if we had like a dog event, that would be me. I tell you what the breed of the dog is, and like trivia about that
Yeah.
breed.
Sabi nga ni
Grabe, alam niya talaga everything about cars.
Sabi ni Nelson TZY, ganito accent ni Chico noon eh, nung early years ng TMR.
Yes, probably.
I want to hear you. I want to hear you do your
probably.
DJ Tom accent. Go.
No, I don't know anymore. That was a
Hello,
long time ago.
I'm DJ Chico.
Pero like you would really sound different when you're starting out. Kasi nga you have an idea of how you think you should sound like as a DJ as opposed to just being natural.
Just being yourself,
It is
yeah.
a common like sign that somebody is a newbie jock.
Because they're just talking
Meron
a
pang
certain way.
meron
yeah.
pang they're talking in a certain way and it doesn't sound
Modulating.
mas
diba?
modulated talaga. So, but that's part of your journey as a broadcaster.
A journey as a broadcaster. And then lastly, before we start our top 10, we don't have any stingers for this next one.
Okay.
But someone was asking, Chico to do his Jackie Chanak voice daw.
Oh,
Or Gollum voice.
what? Why?
I don't know.
Wala
Say
naman
hello. Joanna Ang says, do your Gollum voice again. Been
Gollum.
listening
Ikaw
since
ang Gollum
2010.
eh.
Oh, let's do
Di ba
Jackie Chanak
ikaw
talking
ang
to
may
Gollum.
Oh, sige, wait.
Hello, Jackie. How are you today?
Ay, nako, ito na naman. Nosebleed. Bakit ang glisero tong malignang to? Maligno ka lang naman.
Do you think that you're the only maligno in this world?
Ay, kunyaring glisero, pero nakakaintindi naman, sumasagot.
Of course. I'm from the South. You know what the South is, right?
Siyempre, alabang.
Ay, oo nga pala.
Bigla naging Tagalog si Gollum. Bigla, ay, oo nga pala, alaba. Booking naman si Gollum eh.
Oh,
Hindi
well,
naman
I mean-
hindi naman yan galing Middle Earth eh. Galing Alabang lang pala eh.
Middle East.
Nakakaasar.
OFW sa Middle East.
Ay nako. Alam nyo, ginagawa nyo kaming trained seal. Oh, do this. Kami naman uto-uto. Ginagawa naman lahat ng paggawa sa atin. Ay nako.
Anyway, there you go. Let's
Alright,
start with the top
here we
10.
go. Let's do the top 10, courtesy of Patrick Starlord. The worst I've dated. So let us start off with Bogs Tutanes. More than a year into dating, may date sa Intramuros. Tapos si date, may nakasalubong na classmate from high school. Nag-small talk sila. Tapos, ang intro sa akin, office mate daw ako. And they're not office mates.
They're
They were
dating.
on a date. Like, why can't you? I mean, I get na, kasi for me, you don't have to introduce me. Kunyari, meron kang issues.
Yeah.
You don't want to introduce me as your date. For whatever reason. And, gets ko naman. There would probably be reasons why you wouldn't want to introduce me as your date. Pero don't lie. Like, don't introduce me as your office mate if we're not office mates. Just say, if you meet, oh yeah, by the way, this is Chico.
Or just a new
The
friend.
name.
Or the name. Or
Hindi na, just the name. You don't have to say who it is or what their role is in your life. Just say, kunyari we're on a date and then I see a friend and I don't want to tell them that you're my date. I'll just go, oh, by the way, this is Markki. Oh, Markki, this is Hazel. Oh, edi, tapos.
Yeah.
I mean, why is there a need? Because it sounds very defensive.
It does.
Because if you say, oh, this is my office mate, hindi naman pala kayo office mate, di ba? Parang like,
Yeah.
I just don't appreciate having to lie na pati ako mapapalay. What if bigla magtanong sila, really? Taga anong department ka? And I'm like, oh God, do I have to come up with this story now?
Now you
of
have to come up
like-
with a lie.
Diba?
too.
So I'm like, don't put me through that if I'm your date. So just introduce me. My name. That's all they need to know. What, do they need my SSS number? Do they need my
I
PIN?
think they're also trying to avoid the whole side look.
No, I know.
You know
I know.
their eyes light up and they go, "Ay, chismis."
Pero problema mo na yun, di ba? Kung
Oo.
chismoso ka. Pero for me, as your date, you kind of like owe me that courtesy na
Exactly.
hindi mo na ako ilalagay in that spot na kailangan ko pang maglay na. Kasi pag biglang yun nga, kunyari maldita yung friend. And it's like, talaga? So taga ano ka rin? And I'm like, oo. Di ba? Yung parang it's just so awkward. Just tell them my name. That's good
Yeah.
enough. And for Memski, nung may nag-away sa restaurant, tumakbo palabas at iniwan ako. And that's not really cool. I mean, even though you're not close yet, or even if you're just, on your first date and you don't really know each other, parang you just owe it by virtue of you being there together. Parang just a little concern about the other person you're with,
Yeah.
just to make sure that they're okay. Parang
You
I
okay?
think
Are you fine?
that's a minimum. Wag naman yung iwan mo na lang. Na bahala ka na sa
Yeah.
buhay mo, ha. Bye. Yeah, that's a little, ano naman. Parang,
Or
I think they
gi-
deserve a little better.
Excuse yourself.
Hindi, kasi kunyari may gulo, and, it looks like you might be in danger. Then, take them with you. Say, let's get out of here.
Let's run.
Let's
Get out
run.
of here.
You know what I mean? Kasi sabay kayo pumasok dun eh. So if there is a problem, kumbaga you're You're
yeah.
together. You have an obligation
you
to
should
each
bring
other.
this. Yeah,
diba?
save each other.
And so
Essentially.
if you're going to run, then run with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wag naman yung iwan mo dun, bahala na siya sa buhay niya.
Human beings, right?
And from Coco Hernandez, the worst I've dated? Well, the one who thought I was for hire. Ooh, that's a toughie. At saka parang mapapaisip ka na, what did I do? What did I say that would make you think that I'm for hire? I mean, what if I just wanted to date? What if I just wanted to see each other? Why would you assume that I'm for hire?
I got a message once, a few times.
Yeah.
They're just like magano.
Diba? It's so
degrading. I
It's
mean,
so
I'm sorry. There's nothing against
hindi.
sex workers.
There's not like if that is your choice. Ang hirap kasi pag hindi naman and you
But
assume.
if it's not your choice, and,
And if
they
you assume,
they assume
yeah.
that they can buy you when you're not for sale.
Yeah. I guess that's when it becomes rude because you assume certain things.
Yeah,
diba?
you assume that this person, like for example, it's like assuming someone is, I don't know, like someone who's a singer, and then assuming that they're a lawyer, even, right?
Yeah. Any assumption kasi.
Any
Don't-
kind of assumption.
Don't make assumptions about other people because you don't know what will offend them. You don't know what will trigger them. You don't know so, especially if it's a first date. That's what it's for. You ask.
Yeah.
You ask questions. Okay, so what do you do? What are you into? What are your interests? That's why you don't assume. You ask. You communicate.
Yeah.
And from Genshin Impacto, the worst I've dated, I can imagine. Yung habang nagde-date kami, biglang magva-vlog.
Oh,
I don't like that. I don't like that. I mean, I have nothing against vlogging, pero sa akin parang unless I agreed that I will be part of one of your videos, parang don't put me in that position.
Yeah. Also, like for example, what if you're just getting to know each other, and then suddenly like now you're introducing them to your entire like fan base.
Yes.
Or
And-
for example,
And you make them vulnerable kasi. 'Di ba sometimes pag medyo parang gung-ho yung fan base mo. Sometimes they get very protective of you. And this was something that Selena Gomez experienced when she first got together with Justin Bieber. Even though celebrity din siya, ha? But like she was bashed kasi nga all the fangirls were like, no, like
gatekeeping.
yeah, like you can't be Justin's boyfriend, he's ours. So
Yeah.
you subject them to that.
And it's also really annoying. There was a time I remember this so vividly, when this let's call this person an influencer.
Okay.
Or an actor. Basta we did something together, and we did a project together, and then suddenly we were having lunch or
Right.
dinner after with a bunch of other people who were talking about very serious things.
Okay.
Incriminating things about themselves that they don't want other people to know, like their family, like they are not open yet or whatever to their family, and they're talking like loudly.
Yeah.
Little did they know that this person was on like some Bigo or Kumu or something like that.
Oh.
And there's so many people listening to the conversation.
Right.
So out na yung guy na yun na
Right,
nagsasalita. And it's like, at least give a heads up.
That
I'm
wasn't
going to
cool.
do a
Yeah.
Bigo, or I'm going to do a Kumu. So please.
Or Facebook
just-
Live.
Yeah, Facebook Live. So just to let you know. Or can I do a Bigo or a Kumi
Yes.
or Kumu while you're around? Diba? Kumi. Yogurt drink.
May uhaw na dito. Okay, and pero it's true. Ako, I have nothing against like vloggers, pero yun nga, you have to. For me, it's still very important to know the difference between when you're on cam and when you're off cam.
Yeah.
And when you're dealing with people who are not vloggers, you have to take that into consideration. Na hindi pwedeng lahat na lang you're living your life on cam. You have to ask them if they're comfortable with it and if they're willing. Kasi kung game naman sila, they go make it like a shtick, your date video, 'di ba? Some people love that. So go for it kung may consent. Just like anything else, consent is everything. you know.
Consent. Yes. Consent, consent, consent.
And coming from Arch Aguilar, true story, pinaasa niya ako for a year. Eventually, sinagot naman niya ako, only to use me to officially come out to her family. Of course, the mother blamed me and thought I made her child gay. Parang, tas hindi naman talaga, alam mo yung, wasn't really about the relationship. It was more of to give her
A reason,
a
like,
reason
because
to
they-
come out. Yeah.
Because normally, like, people end up only coming out of their family when they have a partner.
A relationship na. Yes.
Because if not, then the parents will ask and question more things than they would normally do if it was, for example, a straight couple. They'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, it's fine that you're single because you're straight in
Yeah.
their eyes." But if you're gay and you're alone, how are you gonna survive? Who's gonna take care of you? How are we gonna have grandkids?
Yeah.
All sorts of annoying little questions
Yeah.
that they would throw at you. So that's why these people sometimes do that. But you know, it's two of you, two individuals, you and this other person, and to use this person to come out to their family,
Yeah,
it's not cool.
or kasi pwede naman na parang you will use your relationship as your springboard. Pero sana they're part of the process.
Yeah.
Again, we go back to consent and like sana lang alam nila na parang like you know, this is the situation, my family, I'm not out to my family. Would you be okay if, you know, I'll introduce us as a couple pero di pa nila alam ha, this is the first time. Kasi syempre there could be some drama involved. Dapat alam nung tao.
True.
Kasi mamaya biglang what if hindi pala approving yung like a parent and then it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So dapat sila like they're ready. They're ready for what you're going to spring on them. And from the super malas guy, feeling ko hindi ko siya ka-date. Wait, we read that na pala earlier. And coming from let me see here, Ann Ragasa, third time we went out, he asked me to go to his house so I can meet his family. Sure, di ba? Very meet the parents. Tapos nung nandun na kami, bigla na lang he left me kasi bibili lang daw siya ng food for us. Oh, hala. Pagkaalis niya, her sister and her mom started asking me if I have insurance. Tas nilatagan ako ng PowerPoint presentation.
Oh.
And it's the sister and the
I
mom. So
don't
how could
know.
you like say no, right?
And it's not their fault. Diba? It's the sister and the mom.
I think that was a trap from the start. I don't know.
Really?
I have a feeling that was their modus.
Oh my gosh.
Dali mo dito yung mga dinedate mo. Tapos presenta natin para meron tayong what's the term for it? Like a captured audience. They can't really leave. They have to listen to our presentation. And for Mike Ferrer, yung marami naman siyang kinuhang pictures on your date, pero ang pinost lang niya sa social media niya, selfie niya or yung images na naka-crop out ka. And I've heard of this. I know specifically of examples.
Where they crop out.
They went out of town. And then yun, like pag post ng pictures, wala siya in any of the photos. So yeah, I mean they have issues about it, I guess. So
Yeah.
wala tayong magagawa dun kung yun yung nila. That's their thing.
I guess it's to each their own, right?
Yeah.
How they want to handle it.
And RAR,
Ang rar.
and the top
Basta yun.
comes from ODH.
ODH says.
Nung humikab siya, naamoy ko yung buong pagkatao niya. Hindi maganda. So, yeah, I guess that's how it is sometimes. Okay, so what about us?
What about us, guys? Okay. The worst I've dated. Let's go back to that vampira story.
Okay.
Yeah, there was like a moment back in college where I met someone and it turned out I was dating a vampire.
Oh.
Kasi mahilig kumagat but very hard bites.
Oh,
and in the neck area.
like literal bite.
Like biting, not the nibbling.
Not the
This
like
actual
gentle, sensuous bite, but more like predator bite.
Yeah.
My
Sabi ni Dan
gosh.
Rubio, Markki, the worst I've dated. Si Chico?
But not, why am I part of this narrative again? Grabe. Kasi napagkamalang baby whale.
Oo, ilang beses na.
Di ba? Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I guess I've dated a vampire.
That is, pero kasi di ba there is, well, a subculture group in other countries where they kind of like, yeah, they identify as vampires.
They do.
I mean, not literally, obviously, pero they do stuff na, you know, kumbaga parang hindi lang siya cosplay, like literally lifestyle kind of thing. To each, as long as you don't hurt anyone, to each his own, I guess.
True.
For me, because you know this, I wasn't really a dater. I never really had a lot of experience with dating, so I guess this is really super corny. But I guess the worst that I've experienced was just the ones that didn't work out. Yeah, and I guess there was this one time where, for me, it was the worst because I felt so guilty. I was set up on a date by a friend. So sabi ko, you know, I don't date. I will do horrible at this. Tapos pinipilit niya ako. So my friend was like, sige na, just try it out. You're such a reclusive person, you know. Go out, meet people. How will you get into a relationship if you don't go out? So ang deal namin, sabi ko, sige, the-date, sama ako doon sa date, pero sama kayo. So sabi niya, sino kakausapin ko? Sabi ko, bring a friend. So you and your friend, chikahan kayo dyan, tapos kami. So at least merong buffer. So that if it becomes awkward, I would have at least a friend with
We'll
me.
have chaperones.
I will have a chaperone. Yeah, basically it was a chaperone. Like, I ended up like connecting more with the friend na dinala niya.
Okay.
And we ended up talking. Me and the friend of my friend ended up talking. And then my friend, dahil siya yung common friend namin nung ka-date ko, sila na lang yung nag-usap. So para kaming nag-weird swap.
Kasi hindi nag-work.
Because it didn't work. But you know, nothing super horrible or super awkward. Alam mo yung, it's just weird when you have a better connection with somebody who is not your date.
Yeah.
Not romantic, ha? Like, alam mo yung, we just had more things to talk about. We had more common ground. So yun, nag-usap kami with, I forgot na, this was a long time ago. So we talked about our common interests. And I felt bad kasi like I ended up talking more with that other person more than the person I was actually on the date with.
Ay, ganun talaga.
Yeah. But thankfully I haven't had bad experiences with dates. Mainly because I rarely date.
No, well, now because you already have the one you date.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baby whale.
There you go.
Who is currently with Hazel Hahn.
Or so they say.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be able to come. Oh, I cannot come in today because I'm sick. And then
Tas biglang,
kasama pala niya si Baby Whales pala.
diba?
Tisk.
There you go. So, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
See you again tomorrow.
Yes, see you tomorrow.
Hazel, see you again tomorrow.
Oh my gosh! How time flies when you're having fun. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Oh my gosh, you Markki, don't you dare. Don't be late. I'll be here 5:30. So
Okay.
last one in is a rotten egg. So, yeah.
Sabi ni Lestat, bukas lilipad ang mga tsinelas.
Yeah. Yeah. So there.
Okay, thank you very much for
Thank you very
joining us.
much.
Playing you Might Like It by Jason Mraz, only here on The Monster. Enjoy, guys. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.